Welcome back to my channel, and if you want to see my updated makeup tutorial, please keep watching. Okay, so I've already done my brows because the brows are like it's a process in and of itself. So let's jump into foundation. Now for foundation, I'm going to be using the One Size foundation. This is the Turn Up the Base Full Beat Liquid Foundation in the shade Dark Deep 45. For foundation, I like full coverage, so I'm going to do 2 full pumps. Okay, and to blend it out, I'm gonna use this like stippling brush. It's not like a Morphe set or anything like that, but I do like the flat top so I can like really get it in there. And you want to blend it in evenly so that like this is your base. You want to make sure from here it's a great foundation. And you do want to make sure you get it like underneath your neck, the crevices of your nose, your forehead, in between your eyebrows. So this is like your base, so you kind of want to make sure everything is even and blend it out before going forward. Like I said, I did use this brush, but you can use like a beauty blender or just like a regular cosmetic sponge. Okay, next step is concealer. So for concealer, I have 2 different kinds. One is the Softwear Best Skin Ever, and this is full coverage in the shade 50N, and then this one is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 040 Caramel. So I like to do 2 concealers. And for your concealer, you kind of want to hit under your eyes, down the bridge of your nose, and then the middle of your forehead. Basically the high points of your face where the light is going to reflect off of it. And this is like concealer that's closer to my skin tone. So I like to go in with this first and then put a lighter one on top. So this is the lighter one, and it's a few shades lighter. For the one that's lighter, I'm only going to put it towards the inner corner of my eye, as you've seen, because that's where I want the brightness to be, like right in the inner corner where my eyes meet. Now an important part for the concealer is to let it sit. So I am going to let this sit for like 5 or 6 minutes, and I'm going to come back and blend it out. But make sure you let it sit, because when you just blend it out immediately, it kind of thins out the product and you don't get the best coverage that you could get. So I like to let it sit, let it thicken up a little bit, and then blend it out. So I'll be right back. After letting that sit for a few minutes, now we're gonna blend it out. You could use a triangle puff like this, and just like for the blending, the direction we're gonna go in for the foundation, the blending kind of really didn't matter. The whole point is like blend it outwards, blend it evenly. For the concealer, we're gonna focus on, again, blending it evenly, but like blending it outwards and patting as you drag it outward, like tap, 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 tap out. Tap, 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 tap out, and then we're gonna go down the bridge of our nose, because we're gonna use the concealer to not only highlight under our eyes, but to define the edges of our nose, the middle of our forehead, and down the bridge of our nose too. And then you want to go over your eyelid and then back under. Take like really, really, really long. So I feel like, of course, I'm gonna speed it up, but take your time and make sure like under your eye isn't caked up or like creased or anything like that. Same like tapping motion, and then the forehead. Yeah. I feel like y'all go see all in my lace and be like, dang girl, let me see your lace, but it is what it is. So this is our concealer unblended, and now we're gonna set our concealer. So to set it, we're gonna use the Luxe Pro Powder and Banana. I'll pour a little bit in here, the inner corner in there like that. Take off the excess like this, and then with the same motion, starting from the inner corner, working your way out. But we're gonna go down the nose first, and then away. On the other side, down the nose, and then up and out. And again, forehead, down the nose. This can look a bit alarming, and you do want to let this sit. But while we let this sit, let's go ahead and get into the bronzer. And for contour, I'm going to use this e.l.f. I think it's called the Putty Bronzer, and I'll put it on the screen. I don't know what shade this is, and I'm only going to put it in the hollows of my cheeks, so right here and around the perimeter of my forehead. I don't use liquid blush as of now. I want to get into it, but I don't. This is what it looks like. Okay, and I'm going to use this brush. I normally use a different type of brush, but I can't find it. I'm just going to take this in the hollows of my cheek. That's me. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. And that was a work email, because I'm a working girl, a corporate baddie. And then the same on the other side. And then I'm just going to use the excess on my forehead and get up in that lace too. And then underneath my chin down here, powder bronzer. So basically for every liquid product, we set it with a powder product. We use liquid concealer, set it with our baking powder. We just used a sort of putty bronzer, so we're gonna set it with a powder. For bronzer, I'm gonna be using the Benefit Hoola Toasted. This is it. I think that the shade is Toasted and the brand is Hoola, the shade that I'm gonna use. And my sister put me onto this. My sister put me onto basically every product in the video. Shout out to my sister. And for this one, I'm gonna use like more of a powder brush to kind of apply it. And I'm just gonna tap the brush in there, take off the excess. And then the same parts of my face that I applied the liquid bronzer, we're gonna apply this powder bronzer. It's been a few minutes now, so I feel like we're done baking. So in order to finish off our under eyes, we're gonna use another powder. So this is more of like a skin tone powder compared to the one that I used before. And I'm gonna use this brush from e.l.f. I'm just gonna press the setting powder in with this, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the face powder. I know you're probably thinking it's a lot of powder, but it's gonna work out. Okay, so as you can see, it like absorbs in. Okay, boom. So after we press that, and you see how like it's not really like it's not as white as it was before. It's a little bit more skin tone, and I feel like my forehead is a bit like, okay. Now we're just gonna go back in with the brush that we used with the powder bronzer to like blend everything out. So after we're done with that, now we're going to do our blush. Like I said, I don't use a liquid blush. I use just a powder brush. This is NARS Exhibit A, something that my sister gifted me. I don't even think they make this packaging anymore. The new one is like completely different. But I'm gonna use the same brush that I use for the bronzer because I feel like it has a little bit of the bronzer left over, and it's gonna mix with this. I like my blush like right here. Some people like it like on their nose. Like, some people do it like apples of their cheeks. I like to use it as like another part of my bronzer. As you can see, I literally just put it all over my cheeks. But like if that's not your thing, then stick to like the apples of your cheeks. But I just kind of blend it in with my bronzer because I feel like the redness from the blush and the brown, it just mixes together. Now we're gonna contour our nose. Very, 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 very important part. Same powder bronzer. This time we're gonna use a smaller brush, a very, very much smaller brush. Fluffier is very fluffy and small, so that way you can get in and carve out your nose. Like, if you ever wanted a nose job, if you ever didn't like the shape of your nose, this is your time to shine. Like, this is your moment to carve the nose that you feel that you deserve. And you, I mean, in theory, a lot of people use different shapes, but as you can see, I'm just going down the bridge of my nose and blending it in to the middle of my face, so that way the starting point of your brow blends into the starting point contour. So for the lip, I'm gonna use the same blue brows that I use for my eyebrow pencil, and on my lips right now I have on Too Faced lip injections. No, I don't have on. I have on a dupe of the Too Faced lip injections by the Ulta brand, like Essence. Oh, this is like a dark brown. And I'm just gonna line my lips with it, I guess. This is low-key a look in and of itself, and I should stop right here. NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Stockholm. And I'm only gonna put this in the middle. And then on top of that, I'm gonna use the Makeup by Mario in the shade Rosewood Glow. I think this is a lipstick. The last two steps of the lip combo, we're gonna use this NARS lip gloss in the color Turkish Delight. My sister gave me this too. Shout out to my sister. And now for the last one is a regular clear gloss. The clear gloss was the final step. I feel like it's giving Barbie. And now I'm gonna go put on my lashes, and then I'll be back. My lash glue, I use Duo, the green one. I'm gonna put it on the screen. And for my lash style, I use INV. Can you see this? It's number 20. These are the lashes I'm about to put on, and then I'll be right back. Quick rant. I've been trying to film this video since January 1st. It's February 3rd at 12:06. Like, It's taking some time, but I'm so happy. Okay, so I applied my lashes, and now I'm just going to take the same brush that we used to contour my nose and go right in my crease, because it has a little bit of that brown powder, just for a little bit of dimension. Last step is to set and to set. I like to use these two right here. This one is the Morphe Mini Continuous Setting Mist, and then this one is the One Size, what is it called? One Size On Till Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. Everybody knows what this is, and if you don't know what it is, you need to go buy it. So first with this one, because I feel like this one blends everything in. Ooh. As you can see, it's very hydrating. It's very, very hydrating. And then this is kind of the opposite. It's more mattifying, and I kind of want to do it while my face is still wet so you guys can see. This one is like a setting powder in a bottle. You see how my face went from like slightly glowy to now it's like matte? This is literal setting powder in a bottle. You could feel it on your face. It feels like dry, like set in place. And I really like my lip combo. I feel like it's so cute, and it's giving like a pouty lip, like, you know. But yeah, that was it. I hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna have all the products on the screen, in the description, linked everywhere, everything. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was great. It was fabulous.